Okay, it's you know who again. Jason here with another video for EEM 171 codes and installation. And what we're going to look at here in this video is talk about the GFCI circuit, okay, that you're going to do for one of your projects. So looking at what you need for that, just two devices, one standard duplex receptacle and one GFCI receptacle. Okay, so first let's look at the GFCI, talk about it a little bit. Okay, so if you look at the front of it, you can tell obviously the differences between a standard receptacle and the GFCI. A lot bigger device, okay, because of the circuitry inside of it. Okay, it's still a basic duplex receptacle, so you have one at the top here, one at the bottom. Okay, the difference in the middle here is your GFCI devices. You can use to check the device to make sure it's working properly. Okay, so you have two buttons here, a test button. So every so often it is a good idea to test a GFCI that's been installed to be sure it is working properly. So you can do that with this button. The button in the middle is reset. Okay, so after you test it, you can hit your reset button. Okay, also you may need to use that reset in cases where you lose power. Usually that'll cause the GFCI to trip, so you'll need to reset it then. Possibly if you have a storm where there's a lot of lightning, oftentimes that will cause the GFCI to trip too. So you can use the reset to fix that problem. And then also on this one you have a indicator light, so anytime that the GFCI has tripped for any reason, that light will come on to indicate that. Okay. Alright, and then if you look at the connections, and let me pull this sticker off here. This is a new one. Okay, so looking at the left side of it, just like on a standard receptacle, you have two silver screws. Okay, laid out a little bit differently because it's a GFCI, so they're not tied together. Okay, and I'll explain why that is in just a minute. Okay, but you do have your two silver screws for your two neutral wires. And down here on the bottom, you have your ground screw. That's where you twist your two ground wires together and tie them to that. Then over on the right side, again, you have two brass screws. Okay, just like on a regular receptacle. Again, they're separated, so they are not connected together externally on the device with the tab. Okay, which is a little bit different. Okay, on the back, flip this around this way where you can read it. Tells you how you need to connect this device. Okay, go ahead and with one of the differences here with this, on this device you do not make hooks with it. Okay. This device is designed that you connect your wires in the back. Okay, so this actually has a clamp inside here. Okay, I don't know if you can see that moving when I push it in and out or not, but yeah, you can kind of see it. Okay, so it actually has a clamp in there. So you slide your wire down in there, tighten up the screw, and that clamps it tight. Okay. So it's a little bit different with this than the other devices we've been using. So on here is a gauge. Shows you how much wire you need to strip for that connection. Okay. On here you have a line side and a load side. So the line side is where your power coming in from your panel connects, and your load side is where you go out to your other devices. Okay, so the key thing here is to not get your line and load side backwards. Okay, because if you do, it won't work right. So line side is hot and neutral coming from your panel. Load side is out to your other receptacles. So coming off this load side, that will protect this receptacle, and any others you attach to that will be GFCI protected. Okay, so that's the GFCI device. And again, GFCI stands for ground fault circuit interrupter. Okay, and that detects any current that may be going to ground and not returning on the neutral wire. Okay, so that's used for protection. Okay, these are installed in wet locations, so places like basements, bathrooms, laundry rooms, areas by a pool or spa. Okay, any areas that are wet, a kitchen. Okay, receptacles in a kitchen would have GFCIs. Okay, and that's pretty much it. That's all the parts of the GFCI and how to wire that up. That's all for now.